What's up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Now, as you can read by the title, today we are actually doing our part 2 to my cancer experience. However, today you're actually going to get a cancer story from an actual cancer survivor, and that will be my mother. What year did you find out?
Girl, I don't remember. Let me tell you something. First of all, you need to look up these things, these key terms. Let me look it up for you. Because
Mom, recording.
I'm talking to them. I'm just looking up this key term. This is seriously. I forget things because it's something called, what is it called? It's called chemo brain or chemo head or something like that. I really forget stuff. I don't know. I don't remember when exactly it was.
2011.
It was when?
2011.
What is this? 2017? It's been 6 years? Well, she said it's been 2011. I don't think so. I think it's been like 5 years or something like that. How long I've been doing this cancer thing? About 5 years. It hasn't been 6 years. It's almost 6 years.
Yeah.
It's been almost 6 years on and off. But anyway, I found out because, how did I find out? I was having really bad stomach aches and I was throwing up really bad. And I remember going to the doctor. I don't remember what happened. Something happened. I kept throwing up really bad, so I had to end up getting an X-ray or whatever. There was a mass in my stomach. That's what it was. Then I had to get a biopsy. The biopsy ended up being cancerous, and I had it was a tumor, and it was cancerous basically. So I had gastric cancer. Did I take chemotherapy right away? No, I didn't take chemotherapy right away because I was in denial for a while. A long while. I didn't tell anybody anything for a long time. Then I started getting sicker. So then I started trying to do chemotherapy in secret and didn't even tell the kids. Then I think my daughter was being nosy or something and found my daughter, Asia, she's nosy. I think she found a paper or something that I left out that said something about me doing chemotherapy. And she was asking, I think she Googled it or something. So I ended up having to tell the truth about it. Then from then on, she ended up going to the doctor with me all the time. Like, she loves the doctor. I try not to let them go with me when I do important things like that because, one, Paige is not going to go because she's a punk and she's scared of needles. And
How many times have I went with you? Don't even play with me.
how many times have you wanted me to get chemotherapy?
A lot.
Chemotherapy?
A lot.
For chemo?
Yes.
Here's the thing. When you get chemotherapy, let me tell you guys some real stuff. When you get chemotherapy, they want to put a port in your chest to make it easier so you don't have to get stuck over and over again, so your veins don't collapse because it's harsh. Chemo is basically poison. But my children are such punks when it comes to things like that. I would not let them put that port in me because they get sensitive. And so every time I went and got chemotherapy, with the exception of this one time I had to get something called a PICC line because my veins collapsed really, really bad. And I had to get a PICC line. But I wouldn't let them put a port in me. So every time I got chemo, I had to get stuck to the point where my veins, right now today, my veins are so weak and it's so hard to get blood from me. It's horrible. But they've gone with me. I don't remember her going with me to get chemotherapy at all. You going with me to get chemotherapy too?
Let me.
You didn't go?
No.
Asia didn't go, but Paige.
No, you didn't let us go because you said it was. She went with us to the ER, but we never went to chemo because
I don't think they
want
went with
us to sit in that room because you just sit there.
It's depressing. It's a whole bunch of chairs, like recliners. It's a whole bunch of recliner chairs with other people that take chemotherapy. And what you do is you sit there in a chair. You're sitting here like this. You got the IV thing that hook you up. You're sitting there to hook you up. You read a magazine. You freezing cold because you start freezing. You cover with a blanket and you watch TV or you be on your iPad. Me, I'm on my iPad or on my phone, texting on Snapchat, something like that. On the phone, most of the time I'm on the phone. Things like that. So anyway, back to my story. I'm very random. That's maybe where Paige gets it from. Oh, let me make some corrections to Paige's little story. I never had breast cancer. It went from my stomach to my intestines to my colon. It never went anywhere else. I had I had my what did I have removed? I had my gallbladder removed and a piece of my liver removed. But the piece of the liver actually grew back. I didn't know that it could do that. The piece of the liver grew back. I had all that stuff removed. And they'll say, okay, it was successful. The cancer's in remission, you're fine. But you still have to take these medicines. You still have to come and see me every 2 or 3 months. So I'm like, okay. And we'll be like, oh, that's great. That's wonderful. And we'll be real happy. Then we'll go back and they'll say, oh, it's back. I'll be real dizzy. It's just a trip. So just recently we found out again that, ta-da, it's back. So, I'm not taking chemotherapy. I'm going to believe in God, have faith, take all these vitamins and stuff. What?
You are taking it.
I'm not taking it.
Yes.
I'm not. Take these supplements and stuff. Pray. Praise God. Because chemotherapy is poison. It's draining. It's emotional for everybody involved. You gotta just pray and have faith. Obviously it doesn't work. So I'm not doing all that. No. So that's where I'm at with it. If I die today, I can honestly say I'm going to heaven. I need you to put a halo over my head on that part, okay? So, it's an emotional roller coaster, going up and down, but you just got to keep a positive outlook. You're not positive every day. The medication makes you tired. You sleep a lot. You don't know what's going on sometimes. And then, this is one thing that pisses me off. And this is something that I'll never, ever, ever forget. I remember at my old church in California, some of the ladies from church came to my house and they said that I wasn't sick and I didn't have cancer, right? It was just me and my kids, like my daughter said previously. They actually came and said that I wasn't sick. And this was after the pastor had went to the pharmacy because we didn't have our car. It had got repossessed. The pastor had went and got all of my prescriptions, right? And came back to my house with these big grocery bags of pills and all this stuff. And they came to the house and said, we don't think you're sick and blah, 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 blah. And that's how people start off experiencing church hurt, right? And people start like swaying away from God. But you just really have to have faith and know that you can't bank your belief in God on the first lady or the prophet of the house or the prophetess of the house or somebody that said they're praying for you. Because just because people say that they're praying for you, that don't mean they're not talking about you on the slick. And I'm telling the honest to God truth. Because sometimes people say that they're 100% for you, but obviously they had to have been talking about me behind my back, right? If they're going to come together and say, who wants to lie about cancer? That's the most hurtful thing ever. And it was the first lady, the evangelist, prophetess, and I had to talk with her about it and told her I thought she was foul. So, you know, I don't care about none of that. I'm going to keep her 100. You know, I let know I thought she was foul for that. Don't edit that. All of them that came over there, who was it? Don't edit this. I told all of them, Denise, Joyce, Tanya, all of them. I thought it was foul. So, you know, you don't know where people are emotionally, and you have to really be careful about what you say to people, because you don't know what they're going through. You really don't know what people is going through. Another thing, when somebody passes away, you're supposed to take care of their family. You know, this is supposed to be my cancer story, but I just thought about something. Passed away from cancer, and y'all never ever checked on her family. Nobody checks on her grandchildren or nothing. Nobody calls and checks on her. Y'all don't know what going through. It's kind of foul. Cancer affects everybody involved, not just the person who has cancer. And I just think that's foul. You better not edit that out. That's serious. So anyway, like I was saying, and Paige said I wasn't in a relationship or none of that stuff. I am in a relationship. Paige said in her last video that I'm not married, which I'm not. But I am in a relationship with Fabian Decor. I've been in a relationship with him for years now. Nobody understands it, but that's our business. That's how we get down, you know. Come here, baby. You okay? It's okay. Stop. You're going to hurt your toe. Anyway, so I am in a relationship with Fabian Decor. We've been in a relationship for years. We've been in a relationship for over 5 years. He is a very strong support for me. Everything that I went through, he helped me go through it because he knew, you know, what I was going to go through. So it made it a little bit easier for me. So that's a correction. Again, correction. Never had breast cancer. Paige is crazy. And she thought that. And I was in a relationship, and I'm still in a relationship. And I've been abstinent for 7 years. I'm proud of that. Put that halo up there. Going to heaven. And another thing is, what I want to say. With cancer, a lot of times if you eat the right things and take supplements and stuff, it helps a lot. Like if you take if you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and take herbs and drink natural teas and things like that, it helps a lot with some energy. You're going to be burnt out and tired. It just happens. It is what it is. Stress and cancer do not mix. Again.
Stress and cancer do not mix.
You see the serious face? But that's pretty much it that I can remember. Paige, you have any questions? Anything I'm forgetting? I'm sure I'm forgetting a whole lot. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. At one point, they did tell me that I had 6 months to live, and I was in the bed. I couldn't use the restroom by myself. The kids had to help me go to the bathroom and shower and all that stuff because we couldn't afford any of those nurses, and my insurance did not cover none of that stuff. I wasn't going to no hospice center or nothing like that. I don't know. I think that I don't know why. Why was it just us? I don't know. I think believe me or something. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, it was one time that they did tell me that I was going to die in 6 months back when we was in California, and I couldn't use the restroom by my. But there was this one time that, well, it was more than once, but they told me that the first time they said that I was going to pass away in 6 months because I think treatment wasn't working or something. Again, look up the term chemo brain because I really don't remember like details of stuff, and this was like 5-6 years ago. I don't remember. I just don't remember everything, but vaguely I remember bits and pieces because she just said. But So I was in the bed. I had to help, the kids had to help me use the restroom. I felt helpless. Sometimes I pee on myself. So on the slick, sometimes I'll have like diapers and stuff and pee on myself and just change it, throw them away. But most of the time, they had to help me use the bathroom, take a shower, do my hair. My hair was all falling out because, not from chemotherapy. And this is something else too. People think when you have cancer, you're supposed to get real skinny and wither away. Because you're doing chemotherapy, your hair is going to fall out. My hair didn't fall out. I went through some changes with my skin where some parts of my skin got like leathery or whatever. Some parts, like my big toenail and another part of my toenail got black. I got really bad adult acne. As you can see, I have like black marks on my face and stuff. Well, you can't see right now, but I got black marks on my face and stuff from, are you looking for the marks? I got black marks on my face from adult acne from breaking out really bad because chemo, again, is poison. It's all these chemicals that's going into your body. My skin start peeling really bad. Still today, this day, I get really dry skin where it flakes. My scalp literally looks like snake skin peeling off. It peels badly, so I'll cry. I get very emotional. I have to take depression medication sometimes. Like, it's bad. But people, maybe because, I didn't lose weight. I actually gained weight, a lot of weight. And then I started losing weight. But not like Slither, where I'm all super skinny or nothing. So, anyway, I felt helpless because, one, I'm their mom. I don't feel like they should have to help me. This is how I was feeling at the time. They were still little, cooking and cleaning up stuff. It was their mess, so they can clean up their own mess. But as far as cooking and all that stuff, I felt kind of bad, and helping me go to the bathroom and stuff like that. That's why Paige is gay now. Looking at all this goodness. So now, they grown. They can figure it out. They better go in there and cook. They need to clean up for themselves. I'm their mom. I took care of them so they can take care of me. That's how the hell I feel now. I still really don't want them too much doing that much for me but cooking. And that's just what it is. You know my hair. So now I'm at a better place. I don't care about what people say about me, to the point where, like, if it was like back in the day when those people, the women from the church said, oh, you're not sick and you're not this, today, they would have got an earful today. They would have got an earful. I wish I was the person that I am today back then. Because first lady or evangelist or not, they would have got it. I wasn't strong in Christ the way I am today. Well, they would have got it. So, is there anything else you want me to say?
No.
So pretty much, that's all that I can remember for right now. I'm doing pretty great. I think I look awesome considering everything that I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through at all. At all. I know that I've raised my children with a whole lot of great morals and values. I've taught them all about the Lord. I've taught them how to pray. I've taught them that they need to work. I've taught them how to be upstanding citizens, abiding citizens. I've taught them I've taught them not to give up. And that's all.
Okay guys, well that's gonna conclude this video. Say bye.
What? I'm crying. Can you?
But this is the real stuff. People need to see this. Well guys, that's gonna conclude this video. Ugh. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Say thumbs up. Okay, she's not in a good mood. So please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe down below. And make sure you check out my other my other videos. If you haven't seen part 1 to this, it's gonna be right up top. One of those tops. Can't remember which side it's gonna be on. It's gonna be one of those 2 sides. And hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.